together so they can try things. Young about Intense podcast so that you can try things. Now we will stop singing so that we can all now try this.
Hello and welcome to Now Try This, the podcast where two best friends get together every week to try something new. I'm Marcus, and that mustachioed man is Nick.
Marcus, I remembered what you forgot.
What?
Your chair is like half a foot too low. Or your camera's too high. You're like cut off from... Guys, welcome to the podcast. This is Now Try This. What is that? Two best friends. That's right, Marcus and me, Nick, try things. What the hell does that mean? That means every week we challenge each other to something we love, something we care about, something we're passionate about, except once a month. Usually the beginning of the month, but we're both sick. Once a month, you guys decide what we do. That's right. You might be wondering, how do you do that? We're not your best friends. Well, today you are when you join the Patreon, patreon.com/nowtrythiscast. Everyone that donates $5 gets to submit ideas of what we do every month. And then if you just donate $1, you get voting power to decide what the challenge is. And Marcus, what do the patrons choose for this month?
This month, the patrons chose Chainsaw Man.
Ooh.
Yes.
That was a chainsaw.
Yes,
That was a
Chainsaw
chainsaw.
Man. I'm glad they chose Chainsaw Man because I already read it and I was hyped for the anime, and now I don't have to waste one of my challenges.
Hell yeah, exactly. I am glad that you got to circumvent the system, and the triers have challenged you and I to do Chainsaw Man. We are doing the first 5 episodes today, and last week we did The Lighthouse, catching up from Spooky Boys month. I have not taken my decorations down because Chainsaw Man's spooky. It's spooky enough.
Yeah, it's a horror themed anime, and it's definitely spooky.
And last week we did your challenge, which was The Lighthouse, which was honestly weird ass fucking movie, but we were both into it, and you should check it out because we talk about some shit.
We talk about some shit indeed.
But Marcus, next week is my challenge, and to everyone's probably shock and chagrin, we're gonna do anime again. What? Anime back to back. Who would do that? Who would it? Or there is a brand new movie that just came out that neither of us have seen yet that we both have said we want to see. We could hold off. I didn't tell Marcus I was doing this, guys. This is live on the podcast. We could hold off on my challenge and watch this new movie we're both excited to see.
Okay.
I don't know what your schedule looks like. If you don't have time, we can do the anime.
I have time for either one.
You get to decide right now.
I get to decide, or what if we let the fans decide? What if we have a poll?
We don't have that many people here. That's not...
it can change.
Wait, what do you mean people here? That's right, guys. We stream this show live at twitch.tv/nowtrythiscast every Tuesday at night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, we just changed what's going on. But I don't know how you're going to make a poll when there's only a couple of people here. Maybe now that I said that, more people are going to come. Maybe. Okay, if I just keep talking, more people are going to be here. Is that what you think is going to happen?
If you keep talking, the people will come.
Oh my goodness. Guys, that's not how that works at all. Most of you listen on your podcast feed, but for those that don't, come over to Twitch and join the fun. Now, one of these films is a horror comedy, I think, or it's a horror satire. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or not, but I feel like we'll both laugh at it. The new movie that came out.
Oh, what is it called? I need to know it so I can make a poll.
The Menu.
Oh, The Menu.
Or
we
do the first 6 episodes of the returning anime Bleach.
Okay,
now,
I'm making a poll.
We can do 7 or 8 episodes because more will be out by that point. But honestly, 6 have been out, and it is a very great show.
Okay. Ooh.
So, but while you're figuring that, why don't we go to what we've been trying that has been new? Me personally, I haven't tried anything new, but there is something that I'm really excited for. Marcus, this week, coming in the mail are Lexi and I's pre-ordered copies of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Now,
And
I gotta
am
ask,
fucking stoked.
did she want a copy or did you force it upon her?
Marcus, I wish I could tell you the sequence of events, but it's lost on me now and I don't remember.
Okay.
I
It's
just know that we're
interesting.
both getting a copy and we're both playing it. Was this a mandate? Was this an
brave
ask?
of you to
Is this
admit
a
that.
gift? Is this a gift or a sentence? I don't know.
Who's it a gift for? Is it a gift for her? Is it a gift for you?
Marcus, no one can tell you. And Lexi's not here today because she did not watch the anime this week because she didn't have time.
God.
So we don't know which which it is, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Except she wants Violet, and that's clearly the superior one. So I'm going to be playing Scarlet, I think.
Wow.
But as long as she trades me my boy Sarah Ledge, as long as I get a Sarah Ledge, I'm okay.
There's
I'm okay
a
with Scarlet.
place on Ocean Avenue where I used to sit and talk with you. We were both 16 and it felt so right. Okay, no, there's a place near my job. Sorry for I got into my punk rock phase. I got
that I
there's a
bashed
place-
last week that I said you have no
There's
personality.
a
and-
place
I remember.
near my job that breaks release date for Pokemon games, and that's how I got Arceus a couple of days early, and I'm
Ooh.
probably gonna go tomorrow and get Pokemon.
People have been playing all week.
Early. Yeah.
Everything's been a lot of things have been leaked. A lot of things have been coming out.
Yeah.
Nick Mason in the chat. I think I like the past forms better than the future forms. I don't know which one's Paradox, but the future ones all look like robots, and I'm not into that.
I don't
but all
know
the
what
past
you're
ones look
talking
like
about.
cavemen's. Oh well, maybe you're not in the know, Marcus. But Scarlet
am
and Violet.
avoiding. No, don't tell me. I'm
Scarlet and
avoiding.
Violet
I'm avoiding
have
spoilers.
unique. They have unique forms for each one.
Which one's the future one?
The Violet.
Okay, I'm getting Violet then.
Because it looks the mascot looks like a robot, and
That's what I
then
want.
the other one he looks like a caveman.
That's what I want. I want Violet. Guys, in the Twitch chat, you should see a poll so you can vote on whether you want the next challenge to be Bleach or the menu. I thought you were going to say Wakanda Forever.
We could do Wakanda Forever also if you'd like.
It's too late. I made the poll.
But
Guys, if you join the chat, if you join us on Twitch, you can vote for things. You can have fun. Wow, the Bleach return is 4 votes. This is exciting. We should do this more often. It's distracting from the podcast. I need to close the poll. I'll look at it later. It ends. It had a 10-minute limit, so it'll end in like 10
long.
minutes.
Darren, you can't just ask Marcus in the chat.
Have I seen your
you seen
laptop?
my laptop? Where are the cookies? Oh, did you make the bed? Can you take out the trash tonight?
I think it was in the living room. I don't remember. Anyway,
oh my goodness, Marcus, have you tried anything new? Oh no, let's finish talking about Pokemon. Are you're excited to play?
I am
You're
excited to
find
play.
stuff out?
Yeah. I'm really excited to play. I have been nursing a mobile game addiction, so I am trying to. So I think Pokemon will help me get out of that a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
I will say that I know you liked Arceus a lot,
I did.
and one of the reviewers I really respect says it's like Arceus with a less focused story. So I think
Okay.
the story is like a mainstream Pokemon game where there's a lot of A,
That's fine.
which honestly I thought
Arceus
was like
had
that
bad
anyway.
story. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't care.
So I
I'm
think this
gonna
will
come
also
Pokemon
not
for
have
story.
great story. I know, but why isn't it good? Why not
That's
give
true.
us good story?
Yeah.
Ugh.
The
And
old
don't worry,
ones had good
guys.
story.
If you want to see us do Pokemon on our stream as an episode, let us know because we will be playing it. We will be playing it.
Okay, Nick, this week we're here to talk about the Patreon fan challenge, Arceus.
That's how white people say it.
I feel like nothing. I'm not gonna say it. I feel like there are people who I think I watched a video on Pokemon pronunciations. And the
so
end
you're
result
Epic nerd.
is that you go for the pun. That is what I learned. You pronounce them with the pun. Arceus sounds great. I'll pronounce it Arceus. But there's different pronunciations. There's the anime pronunciations. There's like official pronunciations. And
Yeah, it's
there's
tough.
yeah.
And
So
everybody
it's
sees
all
the names
different.
before you hear them, right? And it's also it's
Yeah.
a worldwide thing, right? And some
Mhm.
people even have their own names.
The correct pronunciation would be saying the Japanese name. Is
that?
probably I don't know. What is the Japanese name of Arceus?
It's Arceus. Japanese pronunciation. But guys, we're both playing. It's Arceus. Arceus.
Arceus.
And
So
then in
that's
English,
probably
it's Arceus.
Arceus. See, that doesn't make sense.
Arceus.
That's why people say Arceus, and that's why the people say Arceus.
See, I'm just coming from,
coming from the Japanese pronunciation.
That's just Marcus, do you watch the Pokemon anime?
No,
Last thing, and then this is anime related.
Apparently, he
Marcus,
won the championship.
I haven't watched the episode yet, and I've been watching the World Tournament. It's been pretty good.
I'm gonna watch
Ash had a wonderful battle against Cynthia. It was very good. I haven't watched it yet, but our boy, he's won. He won. I don't.
Wow.
A lot of people say when they watch it, they've cried. I'm honestly really excited. I think it's 3 episodes long. I'm very excited. His team's solid. I thought I wouldn't give a shit about Surfetch because I haven't been watching the anime and I don't give a shit about Surfetch. But I watched him against Cynthia and I was like, Surfetch is a fucking.
I randomly watched the season right before not Sun and Moon. I think I watched Sun and Moon. There was a season right before. Crap.
Kalos?
Yes. Right before Sword and Shield.
Oh, he got to the finals in Kalos. He was second place.
I didn't watch that one. I watched the one right before that one. And it was good. It was pretty good.
Unova?
When he had Gudra. That was good. I like
that. That's Kalos. That was Generation
okay, that's
7.
the last one I watched.
That was X and Y, Generation 7.
Howlucha and Gudra.
Yeah. Megas.
Yeah.
The Megas were in there.
Yeah, that was good.
Ash's Greninja. I agreed. A lot of people thought he should have won that when he got second place.
Yeah.
To not Leon. The guy who has a Mega Charizard X.
Yes. I don't remember who that is.
And he was in this World Championship.
Yeah.
And it was fucking wild. I can't wait to get stubbed so everyone can see it. But I'm very excited to get there. Marcus. I think it's time for us to get to
Chainsaw Man.
Sorry, I said wow because I was looking at the poll.
I know.
I was winning it.
And
I made sure to use all my votes to make it dead even, just to be funny.
I will say this. I don't mean to shout out Daron, but I saw her running in the background to go on her laptop and vote. That's fan dedication. If you are not here running to your devices right now to vote, then you are not a fan.
And if you are feeling FOMO because you're just listening to the audio of this, get over to Twitch.
Or Patreon.
Or Patreon.
You can vote there.
You can vote there. We are doing Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Nick,
I'll let you tell me what it is. Oh, go ahead.
Before you ask me anything, what do you know about Chainsaw Man? Because I'm a Chainsaw Man connoisseur now. Okay,
whoa,
I've read the manga. I've been hyped for the anime.
All of the manga? Is the manga done?
The anime.
Is it complete?
The manga was done, and then now there's more.
Because it's so popular. They were like, well, obviously we're going to make more.
Yeah.
But the first story was done.
Yep, first story is done.
Okay. Marcus, I had no interest in this. I did not know what it was. I knew you were reading it. I knew people were talking about it in the spheres, but it looks stupid because all I knew was the name, which is dumb. Because it's not a pun. It's not anything. It's literally a man with chainsaw as his head and his arms. And I thought, what is this stupid edgelordy bullshit anime? And I thought I would never ever watch it or read it or anything.
You're a monster. And how dare you say that about this wonderful product?
What made you want to?
Not an edgelord, saw a man with a chainsaw head and was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I was right. It was very cool. I love it. He has chainsaw hands and he's got a chainsaw head. And I was like, I need to know what this is. I need to know. And so I sat down. I was on a road trip and I read the entire storyline.
Road trips are perfect for manga.
Perfect. And it was fantastic. I loved it. I was just like elated. It was fantastic.
I'm so glad and I'm so excited to talk about it, but I want you to know what I thought this would be, because obviously you see something and you okay, what can it be? This is what I thought it was. I thought it would be like a whole bunch of people living their lives in a random place in the world, and then there was this ominous figure of the Chainsaw Man who was running around, and was he evil or was he good, and he was helping people, and I was so wrong.
That sounds bad.
I was so wrong. That's why I thought it was bad.
You just
saw the image, and
you saw one image, and you made up an entire like comic book parody-esque storyline for
Yep.
the Chainsaw Man.
And I was wrong, and I can admit that.
Good. You're wrong. Chainsaw Man. Okay, well, hold on. Before we get into Chainsaw Man, the votes are in. It looks like the menu won.
Wow. So we're going to take a break from challenges and go watch this new movie that neither of us have seen this weekend.
There you go. Fun times. Thank you, Paul.
Honestly, Tuesdays really work out for a day to go see a new movie. The Menu, 2022 film.
Don't look it up yet. That's what we're doing. But Chainsaw Man.
Oh, sorry. I was looking up times.
I know you were.
I got a busy schedule.
You got the rail. We're like, okay, now I can live on the podcast schedule.
Let's see. What are we going to see the best?
Stop it.
Chainsaw Man.
Oh my God. I'm going to murder you. Chainsaw Man. The premise of the show. Well, okay. Chainsaw Man is a manga that was in Shonen Jump. I think it was on Shonen Jump Plus online, but became super popular. So it got physical printings. The anime is created by Studio Mappa, who's known for some other like high quality anime. They kind of have a negative reputation for overworking their employees, but they're known for quality as well. They've made Kids on the Slope, Hajime no Ippo, Terror and Renaissance, Yuri on Ice, which we've done, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Love
Jujutsu Kaisen's the most recent sort of like high quality production that they've created.
Yeah.
And people really love that one. And so I read it and I immediately was like, whether or not this was good or bad or whatever, the premise alone is something I am absolutely fascinated by. The concept of Chainsaw Man is that all these people, this world of the manga is full of devils, and the devils derive their power from fear that people have of them. So anything that you're scared of could be a devil. So in the first few episodes, we see a bat devil because people are scared of bats. We see the
zombie devil
because people are scared of zombies. A ghost devil.
We hear about a gun devil.
There's a gun devil. So like things that people are scared of have devils, and the more scared everyone is of the thing, the more powerful that devil is. So already I love a concept that lets your mind run wild, right? Nick, name 5 devils that weren't shown in this thing that could exist.
Oh my God, there would be a clown devil that everyone would be equally scared. That would be terrifying.
A clown devil, yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, a fucking water devil because people are scared of water and drowning.
Yeah.
A heights devil that's just real tall. Obviously a spider devil, a bug devil.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. The scariest one. Mother-in-law devil.
Oh, that's a good one. And it's interesting too because it works on such like a broad scale, right? Because different cultures have different things that they're scared of, different symbolic things that they're like learned, that you learn to be scared of that would be powerful in different countries. Just like so much stuff like that is really incredible. So conceptually, that's where we're at. And we'll get more into specific devils later. But that's the core concept. And so we have our protagonist, Denji, who is not a devil. He's just a regular guy, but he's made friends with the chainsaw devil.
Yeah.
Who, not that strong.
It's a cute little puppy.
Is a cute little puppy chainsaw.
Or is really strong, we come to find out. And I don't know. Who knows? I'm very interested in the etymology of how all this goes. But I just want to say, I just want to say it's so fascinating to me, this shonen, this manga, this anime, because as I'm going to describe it and as we're going to talk about it, I'm going to compare it to so many other shows because of aesthetic, because of theme, because of typing. And usually that would mark for me the death sign. That would mark for me like, this is crap, right?
Yeah.
But like, every time I'm going to compare it to something else is because I think it's taking something good from something else and like putting it here together in this concept. Because right away, you know what this show and this anime is a lot like?
What?
Tokyo Ghoul. You know what show and anime I really don't like? Tokyo Ghoul.
Wow.
This is the good version. This is what Tokyo Ghoul should be. Tokyo Ghoul is a regular person, gets fallen into this demonic weird world, and now
Sure.
he's a part of it, and now he has to fight, and
Yeah.
you get glimpses into this other world.
Yeah.
And aesthetically, I don't like it. I don't like the main character. I don't like the
Yeah.
rules for the universe. But this one, it's from 1 to 1. There's so many similarities in the 7 or 8 episodes I've watched of Tokyo Ghoul and the 5 episodes I've watched of Chainsaw Man, and it just works so much better here. And I'm so interested to talk about why.
Okay.
Do you not see a comparison to Tokyo Ghoul?
I don't. I see it in the like broad sense that it's like an anime of like spooky stuff. But I've watched a lot of Tokyo Ghoul and I've watched a lot of this, so I kind of get it. There's a protagonist. He
becomes
gets
a half
consumed
person,
by
half thing.
Yeah, but that's like 90% of anime also. Right? Like Devilman is
fair.
the same thing. Like there's so many things that are just like,
Devilman.
oh, hey.
I also didn't like Devilman, so I thought this is like Devilman.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah. I feel
know?
like my problem with Tokyo Ghoul, I mean, there was a lot of problems, but it felt like the vampire, the same thing I have a problem with vampires, where it's like, oh, you're taken from your mundane, boring world and introduced to this cool underground world that's like exclusive and amazing to be a part of. And now you're more powerful and we look down on humans. Stuff. I don't like that. I like that this is more like Men in Black or whatever. It's more like it's an organization of humans that are looking to stop the devils, but they're willing to use devils if they need to get the job done.
It honestly reminds me a little bit of Bleach in like aesthetic of like there's squads and a hierarchy and they have uniforms and very different because that's like feudal Japan. Like in concept, and this is like modern day. But I think the Men in Black comparison is very apt. I think that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we can, I just would love to talk about so many things. So if we can just go to the beginning, we meet Denji. He's this down and out kid who inherited his father's debt to the Yakuza. So basically, he literally is describing, I sold my eye, I sold one of my kidneys, I cut down trees, and I killed devils, and I hope to like eventually have enough money to not die from the Yakuza. And that's like the first whole episode is really just about relating. This is why I think this show is I loved it. I'm obsessed with it. I loved everything about it. I told Lexi if she loves me, she will watch it. I thought it was highest caliber. I'm so into the show right now. And maybe it's just fresh and new, and that's how I feel. But right now, I'm in love. And I think one of the reasons that whole first episode is just to relate to Denji, just to understand him, just to get an understanding of why he does, how he does, who he is. And I loved that, how that was the opening.
Yeah. I think that Denji, for me, is a very relatable protagonist. I feel like, to me, he feels like Guts in some ways, where I feel like the arc that Guts has gone through in Berserk is like one of trauma and growth and being taken advantage of because of his trauma, but he's learning to grow and heal through it. Denji is at the beginning of that process.
100%. He also feels like the Gantz protagonist a little bit too.
Kei Kurono, yes, a little bit, but he's just, and he feels like if you took the person of Guts or whatever and put him into this world, it's like, okay, you have this person who has gone through a lot of shit, has a lot of baggage, has a lot of trauma, and he's having to survive and make ends meet.
And that's it. That's like it.
Exactly. And he doesn't, because of everything he's been through, he doesn't understand like even his own emotions and what he's feeling, because we meet him and we find out that like through the course of this whole thing, but he ends up joining the Devil Hunters group. We'll get to, we can go back and forth, but he gets to the Devil Hunters group and he's like, I want to just touch boobs. Like that is the goal, right? That is the end goal. But we know as the viewers that it's like, that's not what he actually wants, right? Like he is someone who has gone through all this pain, and what he wants is love. And that's what he really wants. But he's a dumb little high school boy and he thinks he wants to touch boobs. And that's gonna like fix everything.
Yeah, twofold to what you're saying. I think just to reinforce the point you're making, because I feel like as I was watching this, I know a lot of people who would watch this and not get it. They would think, why would I want a main character that just wants to touch boobs? That's stupid. This is one of those stupid animes, because there are a lot of them. There are a lot of animes that the protagonist does just want to touch boobs.
You're right.
So like that could turn off so many people. But like the fact that he gets to, and just to jump around, he gets to do it. He feels completely broken and nothing. And then he gets to do it again, but on a human connection level.
Yeah.
And he's like in awe of the feeling. Just, I think, bolsters what you're saying. But
exactly. Yeah. You can tell that it's there. Like that's what the creator is trying to say with it. We're not adding anything to the show. That's literally what he's saying.
Literally, as he was Chainsaw Man fighting the Bat Devil and screaming like, it's about my goals, it's about everything we're fighting for, it's about boobs. I was literally sitting there going like, yes, yes, yes. Not because I love boobs, I also love boobs, but because I don't know if you're this way, but as someone who suffers from depression, like sometimes like when you're so incredibly sad, it's because your connection to your like humanity feels like untethered somehow. Like it feels like you are not sure how to relate to people. You're not sure how to relate to being a person. You're not sure how to relate to the world. And like there's something off it feels about your humanity and what you care about and what's going on. And I literally can like see in the show that tether is like in shambles. It's like in fucking shambles, and it's all defense mechanisms. It's like anytime he says something silly or dumb, I'm just like, for some reason I'm sitting there for Denji. I was like, oh man, yeah, Denji, come on, you got this. And I'm rooting for him so much to like get his humanity, to touch the boob, but to relate to a person. Like when he was talking about not having a friend, and as I'm seeing these colorful characters of this guy with the fucking little ponytail and a sword, this fucking little red horn little fiend person, and I'm just sitting there like, please be his friend. Please make friends with Denji.
Yeah.
That's how you know you got a fucking powerful main character to latch onto.
And he's screaming about wanting to touch boobs. And it is so funny because we've seen this anime a million times before about the protagonist who's way too horny. It's just a weirdly horny anime. But the difference between this is that like this feels like what we've been talking about. It feels like their intention is to like misdirect us with the boob, have that kind of be comedic, but really already in the first few episodes they're showing this is show that he's craving a connection. He's craving someone to care about him. And you see already that we're kind of getting that with the ponytail guy and Power.
Kira?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. I was watching the sub to Aki is his name.
Aki.
But also it's also kind of genius because I don't know who made this. I'm excited to look it up, and I don't want to spoil myself, so I probably won't until the show's done or the season's done or whatever. But like the show feels indulgent and a satire at the same time, because a lot of people who watch anime are very horny, and this show is very horny, but also it's got a lot of cool action that's very edgelordy, but also there's a lot of depth and satire and nuance that people like us love when watching anime, because we've been watching it since we were little wee boys. So it's like got all of it in a way, which is like impressive, because you usually can't, right?
I feel like if you the creator has also made another manga called Fire Punch, which is very popular, and it's in the seinen circuit, and is like, if you like Berserk and things like that, they a lot of people say to read Fire Punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 volumes. Oh, it's not very long either.
No, it's a short little thing.
I've seen the image of this as something people have suggested. Fire Punch.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's created several other products. Looks like it's mainly like horror-ish or like adult.
Well, these are his main two
serialized
stuff. He's made one shots.
But yeah, so you see that he knows what he's doing. He's working with Denji, and it feels like he's telegraphing where this is going in a very positive way, not in a bad way.
Yeah. But there's also room to like fuck with this because you've read it all. You know what's going to happen. And
I know.
Am I going to be rewarded? And it's just growth. I don't think so. I feel like we're going to get in my head, it'll probably be a lot like ReZero, where something we liked about it, where it was hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah.
But the main character wasn't just succeeding. The main character of ReZero kept fucking up and being a shit person.
Yeah.
Before he could get to the point where he was a good person. I mean,
we already see it happening, right? Like we see in the episodes that we've watched already that he is being manipulated, right? Like his desire for human connection, and his desire for human connection leads to him being manipulated a lot by the people around him. And as someone also who has had that experience, having trauma and like having people take advantage of you, it is true. When you crave connection, you want to connect to people. Bad people will see that. You're like, okay, I'm going to take advantage of this and I'm going to make sure that they need me. And that's exactly what Maki is doing to Denji.
And before that, the Yakuza was doing it. And even on a smaller level, Aki and Power are doing it now, just in their little tete-a-tetes. It's everybody.
Yeah.
It's literally everyone except the fucking dog, who is fucking fantastic. That dog won me over right away. I started watching the show, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to like this. And right away, you see this little fucking, what's his name? Puchita? I never said it out loud. Is it like Vegeta? Puchita?
No, maybe.
Maybe. He's so cute. He's got this just little chainsaw on his head. And I thought we were going to get a fucking John Wick moment, and we kind of did. And I was all about it.
Yeah, I guess so, right? Like, because the Puchita he dies, and Puchita sacrifices himself and becomes Denji's heart. So you end up with Denji being like so many other anime we've seen before. The protagonist is a special version of whatever is whatever the ruling thing of the world or the special thing in the world is.
That's how Bleach works.
That's special version of it. We've seen it, but this is cool. And I feel like
cool because he literally has a chainsaw for a head.
Yeah, and there's more to what I like about this, knowing what happens in the manga, there's more to everything. There's another layer to the characters.
There doesn't even need to be. There doesn't even need to be. And the fact that there is, I'm so excited. Yeah.
A lot of manga don't do that extra like fleshed out character thing. Like
especially for shonen.
Yeah, for Aki, we find out that his did you watch episode 6?
Nope.
Okay. I forgot if this was 5 or 6. The gun.
I know that Aki's brother and the gun killed his family.
Perfect.
There was a flashback in the winter.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Aki's brother was killed by the gun devil. So you get a little bit of backstory. You see it happen. You see it happen in the manga too, which is like really intense and is a good dramatic beat for the story because it makes you go, I understand that character stakes, which you don't always get in manga and anime. I can't tell you why half the characters in an ensemble show are doing the things that they're doing. Like, it just doesn't make sense. My Hero Academia recently, in the manga, the arcs have been getting panned by a lot of fans because a lot of the characters are just doing random shit for the sake of random shit or for the sake of coolness. And it's like, why is this character giving their life away for someone that they never met or cared about before?
Especially in the beginning, My Hero was really good about giving everybody backstory and moments. Like we talk about fucking Todoroki during the sports festival had a whole episode that was just his back. Like that's one of the best moments of that show, right?
And then they've dropped all of that. So for this to really feel like they're spending the time on the characters, understanding them, fucking Power. We find out about her cat. We find out how she kind of was living her life before. And
what's going on with Power?
I love Power. Power is great.
So hold on. I have a question about Power.
Okay.
Power is a fiend, so she's just possessed by a devil, the blood devil.
Yes.
Right?
I think so. If I remember correctly.
Maybe we get it later, but I feel like there's no the only thing that's weird about the show so far is there's no remorse or grief for whoever's body power is inside.
Oh yeah, no, there's not.
Okay. I
Well, they didn't
like
know
as he's
her.
talking about
Who's
feeling your
supposed to have-
boobs.
who's supposed to
I
have
know,
grief?
but you're feeling boobs of like pretty much like a dead corpse that's being like ridden around by a devil. You know?
Now that's who that power. Now that's who powers.
I accept that, and I'll accept that going forward. I just thought there'd be. It was
More.
weird that's just one of my gripes. That's all.
Mhm.
As a no consent happening there. I don't like it. It's weird. It's a little weird. I don't
mean,
love
if you're
that.
dead, you're dead.
Marcus, stop.
I-
I'll stop you right
You're
there.
dead.
I'm gonna stop you right there
You're dead,
because
you're
you
dead.
didn't mean to say that.
I will say,
You-
talk about consent. I will say this. I think that the show actually does a good job because I feel like with the booby grabbing thing, right? Like we always see like the
sure.
pervert character in anime.
Yeah, that could have been
just
very
be like,
pervy.
Give me boobies, yeah, and they're like
Yeah.
go around squeezing girls' boobs without consent, and then they'll get
Yeah.
slapped, and it's played for a joke.
Yeah.
Denji, I feel like has had consent every time, and he's very much like,
Yeah.
oh, you want like. If I do this, then you're saying you're gonna like let me touch your boobs, you're gonna let me kiss you, whatever. Like, awesome. Then I'm gonna do everything I can. But that's the only time he's going to touch boobs. And I
Yeah.
really like that for his character.
I really like Denji. He's like a good kid
Yeah.
with bad circumstance.
Yeah.
So like every time he's even so far, every time he's been even a little bit of a dick or an asshole,
Mhm.
which he has. He hasn't
Sure.
been perfect. I don't know. I'm still like rooting for him. I'm
Yeah,
like,
of course.
yeah.
'Cause
You
he's a
make a mess to
troubled
eat
kid.
your toast. You
He's
make a mess to eat your
He's
toast.
got
yeah.
a good heart, but he's a troubled youth.
Yeah.
Like that's it. And you see him and you're rooting for him because you know that his intentions are good.
He just needs somebody to tell him, "Good job, kid."
That's all he needs.
That's all he
Oh,
needs.
so sad. Poor Denji.
It's really sad. It's
Uh-huh.
really sad. And I think however, I don't know how the whole show undercurrent wise feels like it has that. It doesn't feel lost. It doesn't feel lost in the shuffle. It doesn't feel like we're forgetting about it. And I don't know if it's me imprinting my own, like I want a lot of meaning from my show and I'm
Mhm.
doing that, but I feel like at every turn and every moment and every conversation, it's there. It feels
Yeah.
there. It feels underneath it, with every
Yeah.
look, with every passing glance. And that's hard to do. That's real hard
Yeah.
to do. That
Yeah.
stuff gets lost in the shuffle for action shonen all the time.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah. No, I think this show does a great job with that. I feel like you get to know who the characters are and you have really good moments with them all. And now, like, you don't get it's the anime, right? The anime versus the manga. How long are they going to take with certain things? Are they going to have
Sure.
filler episodes that then dive into characters' backgrounds? Like, there's going to
Sure.
be some differences. And I'm curious of what that is going to be. Because right
It's
now,
funny because
there's not that much.
that's good.
Yeah.
And it's funny how this week you're talking about the differences, and we're gonna watch the menu next week, but after that we'll probably still do Bleach. I'll be able to tell you all the things from the manga that are different
Yeah,
than from
that's
the
true.
anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like with this too, the manga, I think that with the anime, they're going to drag things out. Because the manga, I feel like is pretty short.
It's quick.
It's quick and it's short. Like you could read through it in like a day or whatever. I mean, I read through it on a road trip. Like it's
All of
very
it.
short.
How many volumes is it?
I don't remember.
12. That's not a lot
It's
at all.
not that much. Exactly.
Was that like 60 issues or something? That's not even.
I don't know.
That's not.
I read the whole thing and it was great.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So like it's a quick little read. And so the fact I think that they're gonna really try to, especially with how popular it is, they're gonna try to drag out the anime a little bit.
Just want to read as a counterpoint here. Old Man
Mhm.
Ram in the chat says, I don't think he's exactly a good kid, at least at the start. I feel like he's a very materialistic person, interested in his pleasure, specifically because his life has lacked everything and been shit. He needs to discover that there's more to life than boob, but initially he's all about the boob and the jam. But I think we already kind of like covered that on our
Yeah.
viewpoint, where it's
Yeah.
like the reason he seems so shallow and materialistic is because when you've been through trauma like that, you just latch on to like whatever bits of humanity you can. And
Yeah.
like I think as he says things like I want jam and I want boobs,
Yeah.
I hear, and again it could be me projecting, I hear I want to choose living.
Yeah.
And he's almost not even sure why. And like that for me feels like the
Exactly.
journey.
Yeah, for me, you've been through shit, I've been through shit, right? Like anyone who's been through shit can think back of a time when they were younger where they put all of their stake of their future, of their hopes and their dreams on something stupid. Just
A
something
relationship,
fucking
a hobby,
so dumb.
school,
And you
whatever.
were like,
anything.
this is gonna be the thing that when I achieve this means I made it, right? And so for
Yeah.
Denji, it's like he wants human connection and he wants comfort. Human connection, boobs, comfort, being able to have jam. You look at something and you create this picture of what it means to like be successful, to have comfort, to have whatever. I mean, like all the time I would watch TV and I would be like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna get a house one day because if I have a house, that means I'm rich. I knew plenty of people houses who were poor, but in my brain, a house meant rich. I have a house now. I am not rich.
You heard it now, folks. Marcus is rich.
But when I was younger, I did the same thing Denji did, right? I associated this thing that I saw all the time with something else that they weren't necessarily connected at all.
I also think there's a thing about, there's also, I think that says something about who he is deep down inside with what he wants, right? Because he wants jam on toast. He wants to touch a boob.
Yeah.
He's not saying he wants to slay this and that. He's not saying he needs to like be indulgent and eat fucking cakes and sweets all day.
Yeah.
This man literally has eaten one slice of white bread like every day is his life, and he would like some jam on it now, right? Like it's so like not next level.
Yeah.
For me, I find that endearing. I find it endearing
I
because
find
it's
it
like
endearing
he's
too, yeah.
when he went to the ramen place and he's like, what can I can have any? Oh, I can't pay. She's like, I'll pay. I can have I had some udon with some sausage, and he's like elated about it, you know.
And I've had those moments too, right? Like, you know, you grow up
100%.
poor and then you have someone who's like, oh, I'll pay it, and you're like, oh, what do you mean? You know, and you're like so scared, you don't even know what to do. You're not gonna order everything because you're not rude, but you're like, I can have like a cheeseburger with like fries.
Yeah, I felt that same way.
Yeah.
But again,
oh my god, I just a short, quick story of this happening. I was a kid and I had an uncle who lives in California. Met him for the first time. He took us out to a restaurant and he's like, oh, I'll pay, like whatever. And I was like, and I kept looking over at my parents to be like, is this okay? Like, can I really get like this $20 cheeseburger? Like, is that real? Yeah, but you just have those moments like that.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're biased, and I think there is a chance that I get burned by this show and by this manga and by this anime. Like, there's this, like, I have been this hyped about stuff before, and put my own stuff on it, and then come to find out, oh, this show is just horny and stupid and edgelordy and dumb, and that could totally still happen. But
it's
as of
edgelordy
now,
that's not going to go away. It is edgelordy, but edgelordy in a way of like
it serves a purpose,
fun.
though.
Yeah,
it feels like it serves a purpose. It feels like it's a commentary. It serves a purpose. It's a satire. It feels like all those things for me.
Yeah.
I feel like when I say edgelord, I do mean what the show is. Which
you
is
mean
the guy
it
with the chainsaw.
negatively.
I mean it without serving purpose, without serving a purpose to justify your themes and your arcs and what's going on. It's like, I'm cool and I got swords. It's like, yes, this guy has chainsaw as a head, but he
he also has
I feel
a human heart.
No, I feel like he needs to shed away his humanity in those moments on his quest to find his humanity, right? Like, I know that sounds stupid and stuck up, but like, that's what it feels like to me. And that's why it doesn't feel edgelordy. Like, it feels like it serves a purpose. Because at the end of the day, I say edgelord negatively, I do want to enjoy a show where there's a guy with a chainsaw as a head cutting up fucking devils, because that's cool.
Yeah,
I just need more from my media.
Same thing with like horror movies, right? I feel like there's a coolness to it where you're like, oh, this is fun, this is cool, but you also want it to have substance. I like my media to have substance now.
100%.
And this does. I will say that like the ending delivered for me. It was still but it's fun the whole time, and it is good too.
I would say it's most redeeming, because listen, all these things we're saying about it happens in lots of other things, right? the reason this stands out to me is because whilst doing all those things, it's like fun and funny and silly, and it feels good to be there. Like Game of Thrones did that same kind of things, but sometimes it wasn't fun. Like you got through it because of the justified of where you're getting to. Well, I'm rewatching Walking Dead right now. Like Walking Dead's a really cool show. There's really cool characters. There's really cool things going on. Zombies are cool, but not every moment of watching the show is fun.
Yeah.
Because you're like getting through this awkward conversation or just running away from zombies or figuring out where the food comes from. This show, from beginning to end, I felt fun. I was like on my feet. I was like, yeah. Now we're going here. Oh, good joke. Oh, yeah. Oh, chainsaw. Yeah. Oh, that's sad. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. I felt that way watching the show. You know. Don't clip that. yeah. Don't do that. I look like an idiot talking about fucking chainsaw, man.
I love it. That distracted me. But yes.
I'm so sorry.
Yes. I think that this, based on reading the manga, this whole show remains cool and fun with also some depth throughout.
Yeah.
But it's also dark. Right? Like there are sacrifices being made. This doesn't feel like a shonen with no stakes, right? Like a lot of shonen tends to not have stakes. And this has stakes. It's closer to a seinen, which is just adult shonen, than it is a shonen, but it is still a shonen jump, so technically shonen.
Yeah, but this is probably pushing as much as they
It's pushing it. It's pushing it. But it's very good. And I think that like they know what they're doing and they're treating their readers with respect for their time and for their dollars, I think, in a way that I don't think a lot of shonen mangaka do, where they're just creating bullshit.
Yeah. But some of it's like easily popcorny MCU kind of movie bullshit. Like I love My Hero. My Hero is one of my favorite shows. I love watching it, but it is not what this is not doing what this show is doing.
I stopped caring about My Hero.
That is
so hard.
My Hero is just a feel good show. There's superheroes. They're running around. You beat the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
That's good to watch every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what? Shows came to mind though as I was watching this in terms of its silliness and in terms of its playfulness, but also in terms of how little they're saying about some stuff. It felt a little like Fully Cooley or Paranoia Agent in a way where I haven't watched a show like that in a long time. I remember watching Adult Swim growing up and seeing things like Fully Cooley and Paranoia Agent and not getting them. And like now I look back at them fondly, but at the time I was like, there's like a silliness and like an air of mystery and intrigue happening here that I don't understand because they're like not saying it. Like Fully Cooley, like this. I think she's an alien. I don't even fucking remember, but the girl comes down and she's messing with our main character and like we don't know anything.
Yeah.
It feels like that in a way.
I agree.
Where like there are things with power that we just don't know. There are things with what's her name? Makima? That we like, just don't know. Aki, we just don't know. Whilst our main character's just pushed through because this show isn't like a traditional shonen like My Hero or Bleach, where they're about to explain to us the 13 court guard squad and there's the captain and the lieutenant and how it all works out. And like, it's there though.
Yeah.
We just don't get to know it yet or ever. No, and so it feels like those shows to me.
I like that a lot. I think that this show has a major benefit too, right? Like we're not getting those power system explanations that like long exposition dump. It's just systems. Like you understand devils are more powerful based on how scared you are of them, and that's it. And move on. You know, it's super simple. You understand it. When you see a devil for a new thing, and you're like, "Whoa, that's big," and you're like, "Actually, yeah, that is scary," you know. And then and it's like I don't want to spoil any devils that they run into, but like you said earlier, right? Like there could be a clown devil. There could be a
mother-in-law devil.
Mother-in-law devil, a Heights devil, a Santa Claus devil, like whatever. There's stuff in there that is like, oh, this concept could go far and be really fun.
Yeah, and I think talking about like power systems and stuff, right? We don't get an explanation of the chainsaw heart thing too much, but like they drop it when it's important. Like he's kicking ass as the chainsaw against the bat, but then the bat's boo comes and starts fighting him,
Yeah.
and he can't do it anymore because then he's like, shit, I guess I lost too much blood. And we're like, oh, okay, you can't lose too much. Okay,
He needs
cool.
blood. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all
Makes
need
sense.
blood. I get
Cool.
it.
Got it. All right, cool. And because he literally said he does lose blood as the chainsaws are coming out because
like
he's
Wolverine,
not like
kind of.
100% like
Yeah.
Wolverine. Yeah, totally. Which I love. I love that little bit. And I'm like, cool, got it. He's not invincible. He has limits.
Exactly.
Cool. But also they're like broad. So if they need to stretch those limits for a cool moment, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
And also it's an anime. So like, okay, he's gonna get a power up. Maybe he like does XYZ and then he can get a power up.
Chainsaws on his legs, and then chainsaws on his hips, and then chainsaws on his back, and then chainsaw cock.
Chainsaw cock. That's where this is all heading to, baby.
Yeah, that's the sequel. Chainsaw Man,
Mhm.
sequel, chainsaw cock.
Yeah. Unlimited blood. Look,
Oh, he is
for someone who needs
hanging out with
blood,
a blood demon.
he's hanging out with the blood
Blood
fiend. Yeah.
Devil, the fiend, yeah. Ooh.
Saying.
I thought it was very funny when Power showed up as their third roommate.
Yeah.
And then Aki and Denji like were connected for that minute.
Yes.
Of being so angry at her. That was so funny.
She clogged the toilet.
I love that she clogged the toilet. She was making a mess. I love that she went into the toilet and she was like, all right, here, cop your feel. Let's go. And explain why he gets 3 in her like twisted logic. And then the first time it was for like, she had like padding and it fell off. And he's like, what? Huh? She's like, it's padding, you idiot. Or you got 2 more. It was very funny.
Yeah, it was a good
funny.
moment. And then, like you said earlier, him having that realization afterwards that it's like, oh,
There was nothing.
This is nothing. This doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Touching the boobs of someone you love really is what gets you.
Oh, Marcus, that's sweet.
It's romantic.
How lucky.
Yeah.
Everyone whose boobs has gotten touched by you.
You're welcome.
It was the face for me. It was the face for me. I was like, what?
You said it.
I did for you.
Thank you.
Marcus, this is one of those moments where I do wish you haven't read it, because then we can like speculate
Theorize.
together.
Oh,
yeah, but I do want to just go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you want
I
to
would
say
say before we get to speculations, because I do want to know what you think of like what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I want to make all my predictions and then be wrong, and you can laugh at me.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the Gun Devil specifically.
Oh, sure.
So I just conceptually love the Gun Devil because I think that like it is something, and especially that the anime calls out America. They just straight up call out America for the gun problem. And the Gun Devil comes because of all the shootings and stuff that we have in America, which I think is like a really cool take on this whole thing, right? Because you could easily be like, oh, the most powerful devil is death, the death devil, you know, like you could easily do shit like that.
I'm sure some shit
and
like that
I'm sure it will come. Yeah. Stuff like that does happen. But like, the fact that they're like, no, like this is a real world thing. It's perpetuated by the news cycle and fear mongering, and they go into all of it. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool that they had that take.
Yeah, I completely agree. It seems not scary. I mean, it just feels so juxtaposed because again, another similar anime to this that we've watched or read rather is Gantz for me. Like the aliens in Gantz feel similar to the devils here, like in concept and like disposition and what's going on. The main characters feel similar. They're all wearing clothes. They all fight people with swords. Like it feels similar to me, right?
Sure.
And something in that manga that we had to like push through was the writer's non-willingness to not be an edgelord, to like talk about real world issues and honestly flat out sometimes be sexist and racist to an indefensible level where we had to push through that to still enjoy what it was at its core. This feels very like the author, and again I could be projecting, they feel like they understand what they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah,
you know,
they do. Yeah, I think that they have the same sort of sense of like observations that it takes to make good horror content. To know what people are truly scared of, I think takes an understanding of society and the human condition that I feel like not a lot of horror creators are in touch with. And I think that like the creator of this specifically is like, yes, they know what people are scared of. And like I said earlier, like they have a take They have something they want to say, and they're not just doing this for the sake of edgelordiness. Gantz is a great comparison. Gantz had a lot of like messed up stuff in it, but it was for the sake of shock and awe. It wasn't necessarily for the sake of character development or for the sake of like showing you the horrors of humanity. It was just like, oh, look how gross that is, and then not having a take on it. This
has
I feel
a
like
take. It's a
has
commentary. Yeah. Agreed. I didn't know this until I just looked over at the wiki and saw these words. I didn't know this. The story takes place in 1997 in an alternative timeline where the Soviet Union still exists, and many events such as the Holocaust, AIDS, and nuclear weapons are revealed to have been erased from history and have ceased to exist entirely.
That's a spoiler.
To the
you should stop reading.
Devils. Oh, okay. I thought that was a backdrop thing that you didn't know.
Moment it's a huge spoiler. It is a huge moment in the manga that they reveal that.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. I thought it was a backdrop thing, right? Like when you read Watchmen, they don't tell you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was exactly like Watchmen, because in Watchmen, Nixon is still the president.
Yeah, but they say it.
And like sort of, but there's back matter there that you only can read about.
Yeah.
I should redact that? Is that big of a spoiler? Honestly, it's a spoiler to tell me it was a spoiler. I would have forgotten. You could have just been like, oh, cool.
Oh, well, it's a spoiler because it has to do with Denji's whole like Chainsaw Man thing.
Was there a war with chainsaws that got erased from existence and everyone
forgot? The Chainsaw War! That's why he's so powerful.
I did love that moment with Makima was explaining devils, and she was like, oh, yeah, that's scary. That's scary. A chainsaw devil. Sounds scary to me.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, wow, you're cool. That was cool. So Makima's weird.
You also find
She's
out...
a weird character.
I can't spoil it. It was just you spoiling something made me want to spoil more things.
I know. I'm sorry.
Nothing. You find out nothing. Nothing.
Well, now that I'm done spoiling actual things, let me try to spoil things that I think are going to happen.
Okay.
There's not a lot, because I think there's not. The show's pretty good about leaving questions and mystery boxes open, but like not annoying, like you don't know, and it's just kind of like you just don't know yet. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'll learn.
Exactly.
But like clearly Makima's not human, right? Like she doesn't act human. She's got the same eyes as Power. She is clearly not human. But like it's doing that thing that I would guess and assume a fiend. Maybe she's a devil. Maybe she's the Holocaust devil.
If she was a devil, what devil do you think she would be?
Sex?
The sex devil. That's pretty good. That would fit thematically with everything.
That would be my guess if she was a devil.
Devil. That's pretty good.
She is the fear of the devils.
Yeah.
Whoa, that would be the most powerful devil. That's some anime shit right there.
That is anime.
That is some straight up animation shit. So clearly she's something, but the way she talks is like, it's confusing because she's like, we've never done this before. We've never let a fiend in. We've never let someone like you in. And I'm like, but you're something. So either it's going to be some convoluted explanation, or they're just going to ignore the fact and that was just a lie, or it's going to be very simple and elegant and I'm going to be very satisfied. It's one of those three.
It is. Is it elegant? I don't know. It is a dramatic reveal. What's really going on?
I'm excited. I'm excited because it feels like there's more going on. It feels like there's extra things going on. Like Makima seems like she's playing 4D chess while everyone else is like, let's just kill some devils. And she's like, you know, like,
you find out
why
more
does she
about
care
her.
about the gun devil?
You find out a lot about the gun devil. You find out a lot about the other countries. And
is
how
she the gun
reacting.
devil? Called it. That's my shot. I call it right now. She's the gun devil. That's my call. It's probably wrong, but if I'm right,
do you want me to tell you if you're right or wrong?
No, because that means I'm wrong. You wouldn't offer up that information.
I would spoil it. I'll spoil it right now. I'll spoil what devil she is right now.
No, please don't. Please don't.
Okay. Anyway, there's more going on with Maki.
There's
more going on with the gun devil. There's more going on with other countries involved too, because they mentioned that other countries are looking for the gun devil parts.
Yeah, everybody's looking for the gun devil. Very weird, very strange. She's talking to like a cabal of like higher ups at some point, so it's like something's going on here. I think the only thing that's so interesting is I don't know how to feel because I'm so on Denji's side, right? Like
Yeah.
I want Denji to succeed and to have humanity and to get the love he deserves. I want
Yeah.
all that stuff. But right now, I want what he wants, and he loves Makima, and she's clearly manipulating him. But like, maybe like
No, like a friend,
everything's okay.
Like a friend you're watching make bad choices. That is how
Yeah.
it feels watching the show. It is like
Yeah.
you know something's wrong with Maki. You know that Denji shouldn't be all in her, but you want Denji to be happy, and this seems like the best route for happiness.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's
so I'm
not.
very excited about all that.
Exactly. But the anime making you feel sympathetic for Denji and making you feel like this is also a good route for him in spite of directly showing you that something's up with Maki. Like,
Yeah.
That's good. That's good writing.
Yeah,
because
that's good writing.
You can see why he's making the choices. A lot of times when people are like in bad relationships or make bad choices in their lives, you're like, why did you do that? Wasn't it so obvious to not see that? Whatever. Like, but this show does a good job of making you follow the same steps that he is going through in his mind and being like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You know what's funny? I know I've seen this before, and maybe you can remind me, but I feel like it's been so long since I've watched an anime where there's relationship stuff. Because either animes shy away from relationship stuff, or it's cutesy and it's fun, like Love is War or Spy X Family or Deku in My Hero, who he likes. Like it usually feels like that, or it's non-existent. I can't remember a time where, but I know I've seen this before somewhere where there was like somebody who we shouldn't trust and our main character loves them and they get hurt and it doesn't work out and you're like heartbroken. Like I remember having that feeling watching anime. I remember having it. No. You dick. No, like I know I'm trying to play back all the old Adult Swim anime that I've seen, and like that was like adult anime that I like probably shouldn't even have seen back then. Can you not think of know, off the top of your head?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because like you said, I think that a lot of this content, especially shonen, shies away from love interests, and that's because it's like the title suggests, shonen for young boys, and most creators assume that they don't want to see relationships and stuff like that, which I feel like we're kind of getting a little bit more away from now. But a lot of them still like tease the romance, tease the kiss, tease this and tease that, but then never actually give it to you, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, like a Inuyasha or like Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Yeah,
like there were clearly sexual tension and like love happening, but it's not what it was about.
Yeah,
not what it was about at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at Adult Swim.
Love is War. Are you caught up with it?
No, I'm not. I'm in the second season.
Oh, okay, I won't spoil it then. But they just do that shit where they're hiding everything, and they're like, "Will they kiss?"
Oh, it's still happening. Is why you're
still
upset.
happening.
Yeah. That's what the show is. Yeah, you're never gonna get it until the very last episode.
Yeah,
even though we would enjoy a show where they were in a relationship, we would enjoy it.
Yes, we would.
I'm looking, and I'm
looking at all anime that has ever existed, and I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. But it's a feeling like back in with Tenchi Muyo or the Big O or like these shows we grew up on, where it was like more so than the shonens, right? Where it would feel this way, where it's like it wasn't just a will they, won't they. It was like unhealthy. It was like not good.
Was that Fooly Cooly? No,
a little bit, yeah, a little bit of Fooly
had it.
A little bit of Fooly Cooly, like a manipulation on a sexual relationship level. Anyway, I don't know. It was probably from something I like shouldn't have watched late night one day. It was like where this feeling's coming from.
I'm looking at all the anime series that were on Adult Swim ever.
That's what I just looked at.
Okay.
And none of them brought up that feeling. But I remember that feeling, and I thought I remember from an anime. But maybe I'm like parlaying two feelings, because I felt this feeling in other media from movies and stuff. But honestly, now that I'm looking, maybe I've never felt it in anime. This kind of like manipulated love. I know I have.
It has been in anime, but like I understand you not being able to think of which one.
Whatever. I'm mad. Just
I'm looking at all these too, and I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's also funny because it's like, man, a lot of these animes suck.
It's funny to think about, right? Like I love Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z sucks. I love like all this
Yeah.
stuff, all these anime that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just grow up loving. You were a dumb kid with dumb kid brain, and like it's fine. There's a new anime that's crazy popular, Classroom of the Elite.
No idea what that is.
Insanely popular, one of the most popular anime right now. And it's because
Why aren't we doing that?
it's because kids are watching it. So like it's the
Oh.
dumb kids version of Death Note for right now, where it's like this mind game thing, but the mind games are all stupid and bad, but dumb kids are watching it and they love it. And that's why it's like so fucking popular. I feel like we're now experiencing a second wave of like kids growing up with anime, but more modern. So there are now more animes that
It's
are
a
like,
Gen Z anime.
exactly. There's more
Z.
anime that are popular with younger audiences in the same way that we had a bunch of dumb shit that was popular that should not have been popular if you were an adult watching it.
Sure. Tenchi Muyo, fucking Inuyasha.
Anything on
there's-
Adult Swim, Toonami, like, yeah.
There's a couple bangers. Death Note, Full Metal. Everyone agrees that those are
No,
great.
Death
but
Note
for every
sucks
one of those,
ass. I tried rewatching it. It sucks ass.
really?
It sucks
I
ass.
haven't watched it as an adult. But it
It's
was
so
the shit. It was smart.
cringy. It's
Is it
so
cringy?
cringy.
I bet it would be pretty
edgelordy and like,
Huh.
oh god.
I eat a potato chip.
Yeah, I was watching it with Daron. And I was like, oh, you got to watch it. I read it. I've never really like watched it. I loved it.
And you were like, you should experience it. It's great.
Yeah, we tried watching it together, and I was like, we need to stop. And she was like, why? It's fine. And I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bad.
Interesting.
Yeah. So all that stuff. It's like, it was a time and place thing.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just more forgiving. 'cause
Naruto.
I'm
I
looking
tried
at this.
rewatching Naruto.
I'm looking
That
at-
shit
I'm
sucks
looking at this-
ass.
I'm looking at this Classroom of the Elite, and I'm like, looks dope. I'm gonna watch it.
Try watching it. Let me know. I watched like
I will,
3
I will.
episodes. I hated it.
I will. It's probably bad,
Yeah.
but interesting. Is Death Note bad now? I know Naruto doesn't really hold up. Like I go back and watch the cool fights, but I couldn't imagine
Naruto's
rewatching
bad.
the whole show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What animes aren't?
What
Anime's
animes
very time and
are
place.
good still? Cowboy Bebop. That's still good.
Okay. What else? You still have
Ghost
Barometer
in the
of your-
Shell. Still good.
Sure. I've never watched all of Ghost in the Shell.
Standalone Complex is pretty good.
It was good
Full
back
Metal
in the day, but I
Alchemist.
was
Fucking fantastic. Still.
that's one of the ones I mentioned. So
Yeah. I'm. Hey, you're right.
So I'm 1 for 1. The 2 that I thought were still hold up. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
No. Hunter.
Love
Hunter,
Hina. I bet it's still
Yu Yu
fantastic.
Hakusho
I rewatched the first season of Yu Yu Hakusho like last year.
is good.
It was good.
It's good.
Dated. It's definitely
It's
dated.
but it's good.
It's still good.
Trigun is great.
Old Man Ram says Full Metal Alchemist, Trigun, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood
Mhm,
are
mhm.
all good. And then he dissed Love Hina, so you get the fuck out of here, Old Man Ram.
What do you mean, Love Hina?
Fantastic. Love Hina. I love
No,
Love Hina.
Love Hina's bad.
I bet it's bad. I'm sure it's bad, but I loved it. I love that will they won't they bullshit. Fucking
Gundam.
Fucking-
Gundam's good.
Oh, I inherited a house with women. What will I do?
The what's that called? Concubine? No, the harem. The harem
It's
anime.
a harem anime. Yeah, it's a
Harem
harem anime.
Yeah, Tenchi Muyo.
I grew up on Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah,
Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were like 6 versions of it.
We're just being old men like reminiscing about anime now. So
And I'm okay with that.
yeah.
But also, to be fair, I think Demon Slayer sucks. I know
I
everyone loves it.
also
I know
think
everyone's
Demon
into
Slayer
it.
sucks.
I've watched
I
the
think
first 6 or
that's
7
another
episodes.
one that I think is
and
for kids. I think it's just for kids now.
it's
and
so much. Just
totally
feels like it's for
awesome.
kids.
It is the
It
is
looks
the
nice.
next generation's Dragon
It's
Ball Z.
cool.
Like awesome. It's
And Naruto.
beautiful. It's beautifully animated. But I
Yeah.
don't like
I
it.
actually don't love
watched
the style
a
either,
lot of
but
it. I watched
didn't watch
a
it.
lot of it.
I
Jujutsu
watched 6 or 7
Kaisen.
when I had COVID.
I like Jujutsu Kaisen.
I didn't watch Jujutsu Kaisen because it came out the same time as Demon Slayer, and I didn't like Demon Slayer, so I was like, I'm just gonna hate all new anime, so I'm not
No.
watching it.
I like Jujutsu Kaisen. It's good. It's fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know why Demon Slayer just felt silly? It's just like something in this show, right? In this show that we're to bring it back to Chainsaw Man. The reason this feels good is that whole first episode. Denji's like reason for being. What's the Latin word for somebody's reason for being? I feel like I've asked this before on the podcast. His operandus mod. What is it? Fucking
Modus
operand-
operandi?
yeah, whatever that is. His reason for being.
Raison
buy-
d'être?
No, that's French.
That means reason for being.
I know it's not.
And it is a pretentious thing that people say, so it might be.
Whatever.
It might be what you're trying to go for.
Anyway, everything he exists for makes sense to me, right? It feels like it's connected to humanity. It's like deep and interesting. Demon Slayer, he was a stupid kid, and then his family died, and he was like, I should kill some demons. That is enough for like a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but not a whole series to carry you.
Anime, you have time. Like, listen, Naruto might suck, and he might tell you 50 times in the first 6 episodes why he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But you get it. You see it. You understand it. Principally, it makes sense.
I feel
even
like
Death Note. Even Death Note's like, I'm bored shtick. I get it. I buy it. I understand it. Demon Slayer's like, oh man, my sister's a demon. Someone help.
Demon Slayer feels like a bad D&D character backstory. Where it's like, or it feels like the woman in the refrigerator kind of thing. Where it's like, we're having character development. Like trauma is character development, but it's not. It is not. It does not make you interesting. You need the growth and the arcs there as well.
Old Man Ram in the chat, are you recommending, are you talking about like the first harem ever? Is that what Mazen Okoku is? No, I have never read this. I've never seen this before. But is it like the original harem? Ooh, there's a live action of it.
Oh.
Should I watch it? Should I read it? Is it good?
Let us know.
Sometimes just because it was the first one doesn't mean it's the best. Sometimes it does.
It might not be the first one. It doesn't look
like
that
Perfect
old.
Blue. Perfect Blue is like made so many things after Perfect Blue, but then we saw Perfect Blue and we're like, wow, this is the best version of this.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's true. Perfect Blue is
all right. Marcus,
great.
Back to Chainsaw Man. Is there anything else about Chainsaw Man you would like to talk about? You would like to discuss?
I am in a weird place because I don't want to spoil anything, and I feel like I'm worried I already have. But I want to say that I think that it's worth the ride. I am nervous about the pacing. But I think more modern anime have really taken their time to, if they need to, take a break. Like between Attack on Titan seasons, they've been like a year or two. You know, like between seasons of anime, they're not afraid to have a year or two now. I'd rather that than them making a bunch of fucking filler bullshit garbage.
Why not good fill? Like, I don't understand.
Why not like, good fillers? You're right.
Yes,
you're right. But in the history of anime,
you're right. You're right.
Proportionately, I feel like haven't gotten that many good fillers. I can think of like 3.
All I'm saying is Darren, get the fuck out of here. We do not need a Chainsaw Man Beach episode.
Chainsaw Man Beach episode. I think it's in the like beginning. It was in the trailer for the show. There's a beach episode that they think they had.
God. Listen. I understand principally not liking a lot of fillers. Naruto, when I rewatched it, when I was like in college and I was like catching up to where they were now, I've skipped a lot. I skipped like the 100 episodes of Naruto that are important. I've skipped it. But Attack on Titan's length of time between made me so not care anymore. I loved I was on the Attack on Titan boat. I was there with everyone at the beginning. I think you told me to watch it. I think you were the one who said to. And I watched it and I was in love. I was there. I was fucking hyped.
Yeah.
I was digging it. And then it just like disappeared for 2 years.
I stopped watching.
And then when it came back, I was like, let me try watching. But then I was like, I don't remember. I don't care. So then I tried. So then I had to start watching from the beginning, and I did. And then there was another like couple year or whatever. And then I was just like, I'm out. I'm out. I don't have time. Maybe once it's all done. Is it all done now? It's all done now, right?
I don't know. I think the second half of the last season might still be coming out. I don't know.
Whenever it's all done on a DVD box set, all complete, maybe then I will partake and watch all of Attack on Titan.
I'm done.
But even then, I'm probably done.
I finished the first season and I was like, I'm good. I got it. And I don't care anymore.
I would have.
Yeah.
In that first year or maybe the second, but now it's just too long.
Yeah.
It's too long. And listen, dude, I haven't watched the second season of One Punch Man for the same reason. I can't wait that long. I can't, even in something I love, even if it's something that's great, it's too long. The only thing I could wait that long for was like a Harry Potter book. But even those came out quick. She wrote those quick.
I feel like
those are coming out like every year.
I disagree with you because in a perfect world, sure. But I know that capitalism and evil and like they will force these people to overwork manga creators, anime creators, and video game artists work, because every year a new Assassin's Creed
People are
needs
like
to come
me.
out. Exactly. People have short attention
I'm
spans.
the problem.
And they'll forget. And so we end up with like people working all night, all day. And then that's how the creator of Berserk
And that
dies.
sucks.
That's how the fucking like creator of Hunter x Hunter like has constant health issues and can't like even make the thing anymore. I'd much rather everyone get breaks, everyone get paid a fair amount, and we just wait a little bit longer.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying, if you wait too long, I won't care anymore.
Which is
you're
the
right.
problem.
I understand I'm not perfect, Marcus. I'm trying my best. I have depression and I need media
Here's
to
what we
console
do.
me.
We'll make it for you.
What?
Any anime that needs filler episodes. If you're an anime studio out there right now, you need someone to make your filler episodes. Nick and I got you covered. We're coming in the writer's room. We'll make that filler episodes. We'll hire artists from Fiverr. We'll do it.
All right, Marcus, go ahead. Give me the Christmas episode of Chainsaw Man. Go.
Okay, Chainsaw Man, right? What are people scared of around Christmas time?
Coal.
We get a coal devil, a coal devil, and we get an excuse for people to kiss mistletoe. But then we get the mistletoe devil because people are scared of the mistletoe and what it means.
And then Santa Devil comes and shows up. But here's the twist, because half of his list is naughty and half of it's nice. Even though Santa's a Santa Devil, he's half a Santa Angel. And there's this weird dichotomy. He's like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. And half the time, he's like helping Chainsaw Man fight the Cold Devil and do this. But then by the end, they're fighting the Santa Devil and it's going back and forth.
I mean, granted, I will say this. There is a villain in Chainsaw Man called Santa Claus already. So like maybe not go that far with the Santa Claus theme. It's not the Santa Claus devil, just letting you know. It's just a guy called Santa. But
well, obviously he comes up somehow in the episode.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, and Chainsaw Man, his reason for being his raison d'etre for this Christmas episode is to have someone give him a gift. And the whole episode, he's like doing altruistic, like out of his way good things to like get, and then it doesn't work. It's like it falls on shore, it falls on like deaf ears, and then at the end, they finally succeed in killing the Krampus devil because we can't have a fucking Santa Claus devil because it's your mandate, whatever, whatever. At the end of the episode, he's sitting there in the snow, he's depressed, he's like half all bloodied, and then like power. The last one you would fucking expect, like comes over, who's like fucking literally a devil. She's literally a devil. Comes over, gives him a fucking present, and inside is like the jar of jam she cracked in the first episode, the beginning of the episode, and that's the tie-in, the undone filler. We got it.
We nailed it. We made the perfect episode and the perfect filler.
Honestly,
episode.
It's not even a fucking episode. It's a fucking 55-minute TV special. Dragon Ball Z style, baby.
No,
Future
we
of
gotta
Trunks.
do filler episodes. We gotta stick to it. That way, this can be 4 filler episodes.
Well, no.
It's
a thing. No. You do that, and it's like an event that people are like leading up towards, and you premiere it all at once.
Yeah,
but it's actually technically 3 episodes of the show.
Yeah. We could do this, guys. Hire us. We'll make your filler episodes for you.
Old Man Rum says Power tries to ransom Santa to pay for his present. Honestly, that's a good twist. Good. I like that. Like that. That's good, Old Man Rom. You're hired.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus.
Us two and Old Man Rom starting an anime filler studio.
Marcus, did you like the anime?
I really liked the anime. Did you like the anime?
I'm fucking hyped. I'm in love. I love it. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped right now. Honestly, watching week to week might be a detriment. I might fall off because I don't have a good attention span and I'm busy. But right now, I'm super excited.
Okay.
Marcus, are you going to continue watching it?
I'm going to definitely continue watching it. Are you going to continue watching it?
Same.
I might continue reading it too because there's more coming out. I want to keep up.
I might watch episode 6 tonight.
Okay.
I will spend some time with Lexi and finish Bachelor in Paradise, and then when she drifts off to sleep, I'm gonna open my phone and be like, "Ooh, episode 6."
Good.
And Marcus, would you recommend this anime?
I would recommend the shit out of this anime. I don't think it's too violent for people, but it might be for some people. but I would recommend it to like 80% of anime viewers.
Sure. Oh, one thing also to say, we never mentioned, I usually hate CGI in anime.
Yeah.
This is one of the least obtrusive ones I've seen. I still don't love
the
it.
fact that we didn't even talk about it this episode, I think,
Mhm.
is a testament to how good it is.
It's still not my preferred.
Sure.
But at no point was I like bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
like this because there is a moment or two of Bleach where I'm like, didn't need to use CGI there, but whatever,
Yeah. No, I agree entirely. I think there are moments where you're like, ugh, that kind of looks bad. But even with hand-drawn animation, there's moments where you're like, ugh, that looks shitty and cheap. So
yeah.
I mean, I was
and
watching...
the moments are just with him with his chainsaws and he's going like, rah!
Exactly. Yeah. Like
and
I was
just
watching,
like, okay, whatever.
Rewatching Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon Ball Super, and
Oh.
I was like, there's a lot of like bad art in there, and you're like, okay, they're just trying to poop this out. And
Super is notorious for how bad that art is.
Yeah, and so like same thing. I rather good CGI than bad 2D art, I guess. But
yeah,
some of the
yeah, you
scenes
said
are
Dragon
really
Ball
beautiful,
Hero
too.
looks really nice, right? And it's all CGI.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Marcus, are you sure you're good going to the movies? I can still give you the anime for next week.
I am good to go to the movies.
In that case, next week, guys, we are doing The Menu, the newest Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult joint in theaters this weekend. We will be back here live on twitch.tv/NowTryThisCast on Tuesday at 9 p.m. to discuss said film. But the real way to join the community, to help us out, to keep the show alive, is to go to patreon.com/NowTryThisCast. Become a patron, become a member of our friend group, help us with our challenges, help us decide, and that helps us out a lot.
Hell yeah. That's right. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. You guys rock. You guys are the best. We love you. And remember to go out there and try some things. Good night.
Good night.
Friends get together so they can try things. How about it? It's podcast so that you can try things. Now we will stop singing so that we can all now try this.
Boo boo. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Fire Punch manga. You haven't read this, you said, right?
No. It's been on my list.
Sure.
Even before Chainsaw Man, it was just on my list.
Oh, it looks weird.
The menu is delicious.
I mean, it's hard for me to not look at the main character
divine.
and not think he looks like Todoroki, because he does.
Putting some food on the menu.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that's what I thought.
To die.
Let's see what it's about. It takes place on an Earth that has been frozen over and barren, perpetually at the hands of a being known as the Ice Witch. The witch is among a few who possess special abilities known as blessings, and the protagonist who has the blessings of regeneration along with his sister. All right, that's intriguing enough for me to jump in. I don't want to read anymore. Yeah, that's cool.